Well, good morning. Today I'm going to show you a little bit about how the watch is going to look. What you're looking at right now is a CAD drawing. Then of course over here is the CAD cam, the cam portion of it. And I've already tried to do a prototype just to see how well things were going to do. And so far it kind of works. I'm not using Fusion 360 just yet. I'm using Bobcad. I know this program better, but I don't know a lot of the functions of either software. It looks to me, because I can model in Fusion 360, that it would be easier to set this up on a CAD cam program. So over here is my milling machine, and it's a CNC milling machine. It's a, this was a tag machine. There's the servals. Well, these are actually motors here. That would be the y-axis. There's the x-axis, and then up here I changed the motor out, put a 1-horse motor on this DC so I could control it. And then there's the z-axis, and up there's my control box that controls the motor speed. And then up here, that's the terminator, and of course the computer's up there. So you kind of get a little bit of a look at what I got here. So right now we're working with the lathe, and I just cut out a round disc. This thing's pretty hot yet, I think. Yeah. I'm going to mount the I'm going to mount this wax onto this disc, then mount that into the milling machine, and then we'll cut out 1/2 of the watch at a time in wax. I'm not sure this is the right way to do it, but it's the way I'm going to try and do it. And we'll cut 1/2 of the watch out at a time, then we'll wax it together, and then we'll cast it in sterling silver. I'm not going to waste gold until I make sure I can build this thing. Silver's not so bad. It's probably $150 worth of silver, and a whole lot different than $1,200 worth of gold. So with that, we're still having some problems. Let me walk you over. Well, this is my jet lathe, by the way. You can get a shot of that. And I also have a Craftsman lathe. And I generally just use this for cutting threads. And it's generally set up just for that. And the bad thing about this is I can't cut metric on this one. I have to go back over to the jet to cut metric. And the jet has a couple problems that need to be fixed before I can really thread properly. With that, let me walk you on over. That's my watch bench. No, clock bench, I'm sorry. Here's the problem I'm running into, once again, is we're trying to make a watch dial. And right now this is kind of just a play game, trying to figure out how to make this thing. And it's just not doing what I want. I think what I'm going to have to do is buy a pad printer machine setup. Or I could go laser and then etch my plate and then paint with ink on a dial. I may have scrapped the idea of making a 14 karat dial, because I don't think it's going to do what I want, and there's no sense in wasting gold. I think that's about it. This is my jewelry bench, one of them. I have 3. This is the messy one. But we'll get it cleaned up so we can do some more demonstrations, and we got a lot of new jewelry projects we want to put on the video on the YouTube. So with that, I'll I'm still working with the dial, and it's becoming the most problemsome thing there is. I just can't quite figure out what I'm doing. This is the, excuse me, this is the dial. This is the movement. And I mounted the dial feet on here. But the dial feet, I missed it by a little bit on one side. So I'm going to have to redo it. You can see the back side. You can see where I welded one dial foot on. The other one I had on there, but it didn't weld very well and it fell out. I'm going to have to probably make this whole thing a disc again, this dial. And I'll keep working on it. I just can't figure out how I want that dial to look. I don't know whether to paint that and then use a pad printer, put the numbers and the insignias on it. I'm just at a loss there, but I'll keep working at it till I get something. And hopefully I'll get a few people liking to watch this. So anyway, we'll let you go for now, and we'll catch you on the flip-flop. Thanks for watching as always.